Build creative confidence. Beat the inspiration addiction. Join the Writer's Gym. We had a good old chat about landing patterns this morning being the morning that the landing pattern mini episode landed. And it's really a good feeling for me that this resonates with so many people in the writing room and who listen to this, because it was one of the things that I was great at having a go at myself for before my coaching training, before I started to look at how my brain was self-sabotaging me to make it feel like it was in control. One of the most efficient ways it did that for me was, if you were a writer, it wouldn't be like this, it would be like something else. Because the thing is, it would be, because everybody who's succeeded as a writer has done it in their own way, and their own way is not your way. So you might try and copy theirs and wonder why it's not working. But the truth is that the way to be happy is unfortunately different to that. It's always unique. We all have to find our own way of doing it. So that did make me really happy, but at the same time, it made me really sad, because there are at least 2 clients I've spoken to today who are still learning, because it is learning to rewire yourself, still learning the leap of faith that makes you go, just because I feel like it's never going to happen or it's never going to change doesn't mean my feelings are facts. And the reason this is hard is that I want to leap in and fix. I want to help you. I want to tell you everything that happened to me in the hope that it's going to speed it for you. And sometimes little things absolutely do. But actually, the hard thing for me sometimes is leaving people to their own landing patterns, that if I don't respond to a Voxer message immediately that a client has left me during the hours of 9 to 5, when that is part of the contract, when you do get messages back from me, quite often, if I just hold back a little bit, they see it another way. They solve it for themselves. So just like as I approach my desk on the way into writing, just as I make the coffee, just as I put the music on, do the things I need to do to get myself into the zone. Sometimes for a while, the brain zone, before it makes a change emotionally, not in writing, but in life, is to say, this is never going to work. It's never going to work. This is awful. It's never been this awful before. And even if you kind of know you actually felt this awful last Tuesday at exactly the same time, it's still really convincing to go through. And here is what I'm celebrating. I am celebrating that it is hard. I am celebrating that every single person I talk to feels like everybody else realised all this stuff sooner. And I'm also celebrating the thing about connecting with other people is that they can see a you that you can't. They can see all the things that are fantastic about what you've done. We're so good at thinking other people are saying, who does she, he, they think they are. Quite often it's not that. More times than not, it's not that. They are rooting for you, but they're telling somebody else about it instead of you. Or they're keeping it to themselves because they think, who am I? Why would that person care what I think? We don't automatically tell other people how great we think they are, and then we blame social media for just being about showing off. It's all so circular. But I am celebrating all of this today, because today, the big reason for me is I finished a full draft of a screenplay, working with people who have inspired me for years, and that is now my normal. It's not about how famous someone is, it's not about how big a deal anybody else thinks it is. It's about realising that I'm here as me, I'm here as a collaborator, and I'm no longer wasting time with what else should I have thought of, or who would it be better if I was, or how could I do this differently. I'm bringing all of myself into the room. And I look back at 5, 10 years ago, and I know I could not have done that. And sometimes I do feel sad that I didn't know it sooner, but it's not going to stop me from being here now. And I do feel sad that I don't know whatever it is I'm going to know perfectly well in another 5, 10 years. But I'm using what I know now. I'm contributing what I can contribute now, and no one else can ever do that. Happy new spring. Today feels like a very springy day. You've visited the Writer's Gym with author and coach Dr. Rachel Knightley. Production and sound design are by Ashley Lexine, and theme music is by Chris Gregory. To join a Writer's Gym workout online or in London, as a guest or as a member, visit writersgym.com or email thewritersgym@rachelknightley.com.